Hey folks, Marty Nowicki from Impact Snap, coming to you from the Turning Stone Resort and Casino in upstate New York. I want to talk to you today about tension in your golf swing. So today we're talking about tension in your golf swing. There are needs for some tensions, and the tension throughout your swing from setup to impact is definitely going to change. And primarily, it's going to change because we want to stabilize the golf club. If we just go to the grip itself, we're going to see tension in the last three fingers of each hand, okay? So when I'm taking my grip, unless that is I use an interlocking or overlapping grip, then I'll really only have 5 fingers with some tension on the club. So the last 3 fingers of the left hand, middle 2 of the right hand or trail hand, once I get my hands assembled, basically I want you to squeeze that pretty tightly. Note that there's not a lot of tension in the thumb and the index fingers. But once I get a good squeeze on the club, I want to be able to make some circles with just my wrists, okay? So my fingers can be nice and firm. My wrists are loose enough to create some circles. From a drill standpoint, one of the things I like people to feel, especially new golfers or really bad golfers, is I want them to feel even some tension in their wrists just to make some waist-high to waist-high swings. We want to make your golf swing as structurally sound as possible. So that means we don't want to see this thing bending and twisting and turning. I don't want to see the arms twisting, turning, and bending. So maintaining some level of stress with my hands and then with my arms might be a good way for someone to lower their handicap just structurally. Now, I mentioned that the tension in a golf swing is going to change. If I were warming up just to hit balls, I'll add a little structure to my arms. I'll make sure that I can still move the club with my wrists. Think in terms of grip pressure of your lead hand. If I put a screwdriver in this hand and I had a lazy screw to unscrew, well, I'm going to have some pressure in my fingers and so that the screwdriver is securely in my hand, but I also need it to move, all right? That's going to be important. If I'm warming up, I'll make a few circles. Note that the tension level, when my wrists are loose enough to make circles, tension level, I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, would be somewhere about a 3. A 0, and the club's going to fall out of my hand. A 10 or even above a 7 or an 8, the wrists won't be able to move all that much. So a couple nice circles. When you're doing this, make sure for a right-handed golfer, as you're looking at it, that they are clockwise circles. That's going to be important for another video down the road. So what I might do is make a few circles here, noting that, okay, the pressure in my wrist might be at 3 here. It's going to be about a 4 or 5 here, a 6 here, 7 or 8 here, but when I go to hit the ball, I'm actually increasing the amount of pressure or squeeze that I have in my wrist joints, up my forearms. I'll even see an increase in the pressure all the way up to my armpits so that my arms are nice and stable as I go through impact. The last thing on earth we want to see is twisting, turning, and breakdown of the wrists or elbows near the ball. Okay, so I want to make sure that you can get through the ball structurally very sound. Noting that, again, the pressure is going to change. I might be a 3 at address, 4 here, 5 or 6 here, 7 or 8 right before impact, and 10 right after impact. So I want to make sure that the club is very stable when it strikes the ball. That is going to be important. As I want to increase, if I pull the driver out, I can start to increase the pressure I have in my legs as I want to hit something further. I want to increase the pressure into the ground and increase the push off, and I might actually clench some muscles. No different than if I was going to hit a punching bag throwing an uppercut. Well, I've got to engage a number of muscles so that I can get maximum energy into that punching bag. About a 3 here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now I'm using pressure in my legs and in the ground so I can push up and hit the ball even harder. So please note that tension definitely will change throughout your swing. I wouldn't want you to be, pressure or tense the entire swing. Although for a new golfer, I think it's important to understand the differences between what this would feel like and what this would feel like. So, I'm Marty Nowicki. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Keep the comments and questions coming, and we look forward to providing more videos for you soon.